Missed man.
I agree.
Of course.
He's always
Safe
writing
travels.
in that little notebook.
You too.
Sometimes I think he's watching me. Good
Hi
day.
there.
Hi there.
Well,
Yes, the Mages Guild, you say? Oh, the Count is quite aware of your presence here. He simply has no interest in granting you an audience at this time. Now that I've seen you myself, I can't say that I blame him. Nevertheless, I shall endeavor to change his mind on the subject. Return tomorrow. Perhaps he... Has a day passed? Then, as
I'm Hal Lears, Count Skingrad's steward. I'm afraid that's not my arena. You'll have to speak to Mercator. Count Skingrad is a very private person. I handle all the county's public affairs and
How are
Good
you?
day.
how are you?
Fresh game.
Filth! It's all over, Then they pick.
Any time now.
Yo,
Hey. So
come on.
Yes.
good. How are you? Oh, this guy's in the corner. Hell yeah. Don't worry, JP. I just picked this guy's pockets.
Good.
How are you? You seem tired.
Yeah.
How was work?
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
Yeah, since they being such dicks about the hours and stuff, I've just been like waking up early and going to work early, so I can keep going home at the time that I want.
I'd like to talk about.
Makes
So
sense.
I've heard. They say there are a bunch of people holed up in Summit Mist Manor. Locked
Yeah.
in. Some kind of weird party or something.
Doing some
I hear
quests
you.
with the Mages
So long.
Guild and
Good to be seeing you.
the guy that doesn't want to see me, his boy down here has
Hi.
the keys because I'm not good at lockpicking. I'll be honest, JP. At first, I was like, "Oh, this is an interesting, different lockpicking minigame." I've become increasingly frustrated with it over time. I feel like there's no fucking like pattern to the things. You know what I mean? Like an order. At first, I
Yeah.
thought there was a sequence that I was supposed to be figuring out, and I guess I just like gaslit myself a couple times and be like, "Oh yeah, it's because I
Yeah.
figured out the sequence." But it's like there's no there's no predictability to the order I'm supposed to do them, or like how quickly they're going to descend. Like I guess you're supposed to like kind of test it a couple times and then try to get it right in the rotation
They
of
all have
the
3 different speeds that they
yeah.
can drop at, yeah.
But it feels like, but it's like the same one. At first, I thought that each one had a specific, like, kind of set range of speed, but it
Hmm.
feels like that is not the case. Sometimes the same one will be super slow and then drop really fast.
Yeah, sometimes it's 3 different slow speeds. Sometimes it's a mix of both, you know?
Do you know if is there a set number of speeds that it can be, and if I test the same pin enough times, I will know what the whole cycle of it looks like?
Yeah, you
Like
can
5
determine all 3 speeds just by
three.
testing it over and over.
Okay, so it can have a maximum of 3 speeds per pin. Is that
Correct.
then that I feel like that might be the information that I was missing, because I feel like
Sometimes,
sometimes it feels like it could be like it's just random.
you know how on
Too
one of
many.
the speeds it'll kind of like it'll like hover over where it's able to be locked. Like it'll just it doesn't fall as fast when you pop it up. If you just keep pushing up on it and go up, 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 sometimes I'll do that, and it's almost like hitting a button on a wheel on a fuck, what are they called? Um, like a coin slot or whatever, or like trying to win on a coin machine. Like you gotta stamp it right at the right time. So what I'll do is I'll just tip it, like I'll bop it up like over and over and over and over, and I'll test the speed that way. And when it just barely hovers at the top for like half a second, that's when you have to like just click, click, and just go through.
True. Well, knowing now that there's 3 speeds for each pin makes sense, or is help like that. I feel like the information that I was missing.
Yeah. Did you
Look
want
at
to
this
play
guy.
some Shiv,
Yeah,
or
absolutely.
did you want to play Oblivion some more?
No, I'll play some shit with you. So I was just doing this in the meantime.
Yeah. All
Who's
right.
this
Cool.
fucking guy?
My cloud save like never
Leave, my
saves on
friend.
the Steam Deck. The other night I
I'm
restarted it
sorry.
after I
Believe
saved
not
and
that.
exited out,
I'm
and
Janice
then
Hasselor.
restarted my Steam Deck, and then the cloud save was able to upload. But like
I don't
going
enter
back
the
and
High
forth from
Chancellery
PC, like it's
position.
often more often now that I'm playing on the deck, and then I'll
Perhaps
jump
you'd
on
better speak.
PC and I'll be like, oh fuck, but my cloud save isn't updated, so I'm not
I
gonna pick
don't
up
mean
where
to
I left
gossip,
off.
but how did a dark elf become Count Chadenhall? I don't.
I think, I'll be honest, I think I only got like 50% of that because I was listening to this guy
Goodbye.
talk at the same time.
Oh, that's fine.
I don't know where the... he doesn't have like an option in his thing for me to be like, hey, the book that they sent me to get. Where's the book?
Oh, you may need to increase your disposition with him, like the personality thing. So if you go to the mini
What do
game,
you?
it'll show without even
I'm
starting the mini
listening.
game, just hit persuade, and then it'll show you like a number out of 100 as to what their
Yeah.
disposition is towards you.
That
So
will
if it's
listen to
lower
you.
than 75, sometimes people won't tell you stuff. Or
This guy's
what you
like...
can do is if you look at the
Go ahead.
dialogue option, if the dialogue option doesn't go completely gray, they have more to tell you on the subject.
Yeah, no, it's just that there's not even a dialogue option about it.
Oh, really?
Goodbye.
Um, maybe it's just here in his environment. What's the name of the fucking book that I need? Sorry, I am gonna switch. I'm just like in his room, and I was wondering if I can just grab it. I usually like to leave myself off with like a clear next thing that I'm doing when I hop back into a game like this.
Yeah, you're good.
It just says receive a book. I want to know what the
What?
name of the book is, and I just want to look through his room for it. Or is the
Sure.
game not gonna let me do that? I feel like it should let me do that. I'll figure this out later. That seems like it should be an option, right? Just, I stole the key. I just broke into it. He's like, he's not taking visitors now. I'm like, okay. And I just took his key. And I broke into the guy's place. And I just wanted to walk up and be like, hey, I'm here for a